In a world dominated by major releases and massive marketing campaigns, many games end up overshadowed, even though they offer incredible gameplay. With so much focus on the industry giants, there's a growing sense that the titles released are always the same, repeating formulas and concepts with little innovation. It becomes difficult to find something truly new and exciting. In the midst of this avalanche of big productions, many AA games remain hidden, waiting for the chance to shine, but they rarely get the attention they deserve. These underrated games, often forgotten, bring the freshness that the market desperately needs. With a unique approach, they offer something new and innovative, far from the worn-out formulas. And that's exactly why it's important to give these hidden gems a chance. They hold the power to renew our time as gamers, introducing new stories, mechanics, and worlds to explore. I'm Jax, and if you're new here, welcome to the Play Hunters channel, where I bring daily content so you won't miss any detail of the gaming universe. And if you could subscribe to help me grow, I'd be really happy. From one gamer to another. Starting the list, we have Mullet MadJack, a true absolute chaos. In a future where humans and the internet have merged, dopamine became the only source of survival. Every 10 seconds, the body demands more stimuli, and the only way to stay alive is to kill without stopping. The world works like a huge addictive machine, where everything around spins at a frenzied pace, with explosions, flashing lights, and enemies appearing without warning. The gameplay matches this insanity. Each level is a race against time, with unpredictable obstacles and fights that leave no room for hesitation. The visuals are reminiscent of the brutal 90s anime, filled with exaggeration and stylized violence. Combat demands precision, while the challenges grow absurdly. Each new floor places the protagonist in front of choices that alter how everything unfolds, making progression even more unpredictable. The VHS aesthetic and arcade style give everything a nostalgic touch. With over 50 power-ups, each playthrough becomes something unique. The story unfolds in a frantic manner, leading to confrontations with the system's barons and revealing the secrets of this distorted world. The pace never slows down, and the only option is literally to keep killing to survive. The next game takes you to a future where immortality comes at a high price. Nobody Wants to Die presents a dystopian New York in 2329, where death is no longer a certainty and has become a problem only for those who cannot afford it. Technology has advanced to the point where consciousness can be stored and transferred between bodies, creating a society where the elite live forever while the rest struggle to survive. In this distorted world, a detective from the Department of Mortality is faced with a series of brutal murders. The investigation requires the use of advanced technology to reconstruct crime scenes and manipulate time, uncovering clues hidden in the details. Each discovery leads to increasingly dark secrets, where the lines between justice and corruption blur. The gameplay focuses on exploration and the meticulous analysis of each scene. The use of futuristic devices allows events from the past to be relived, uncovering evidence that can't be seen with the naked eye. The noir atmosphere and compelling narrative create a dense mood, where every choice can change the course of the investigation. The truth is buried under layers of lies, and finding the culprit requires more than just following obvious clues. In third place, we find a melancholic world where physics dictates the pace of exploration. Rusted Moss presents a desolate land on the brink of collapse, where humans and fairies wage a silent war for control of the world. Civilization relies on rusted machines and stolen magic in an attempt to survive, but something threatens to break this fragile balance. In the midst of this scenario, a young woman raised by humans discovers that her true origin is linked to the fairies, and now she must decide which side she'll stand on in this war. The movement stands out with a physics-based grappling hook, allowing fluid and strategic traversal across the environment. The journey unfolds among ruins and forgotten sanctuaries, revealing secrets about the past and the hidden mysteries of this war. The fate of the world is about to change, and every decision shapes what comes next. In fourth place, we have a story that begins on a night of irreversible changes. Industria takes place when the Berlin Wall falls and crowds cross borders without looking back. While the city experiences a historic moment, a young scientist takes a different path. The search for her missing colleague leads her to a secret research center, where unknown forces operate outside of time. Before she can understand what's happening, she crosses a mysterious portal and awakens in a surreal steampunk reality, full of hidden secrets. The gameplay brings back the classic FPS style. The setting is full of mystery, with abandoned facilities, enigmatic machines, and hostile creatures lurking in the shadows. Exploration and narrative blend together, as each clue uncovered reveals more about what really happened in that place. Between parallel realities and buried secrets, each new revelation brings the truth closer, but also makes it impossible to turn back. In fifth place, we have a game where each fight is a true test of endurance and strategy. Sifu presents a brutal journey of revenge, where a lone fighter pursues the assassins of his family. Without allies and surrounded by relentless enemies, each battle requires quick reflexes, mastery of kung fu techniques, and adaptation to the environment. But there is a price for this relentless pursuit. Every time he falls, he returns to life, but aging a little more, forcing him to balance physical strength and experience as the years pass. The combat flows intensely, with no breaks. Dodges, blocks, and attacks need to be combined with precision to face opponents who don't wait for their turn to strike. The environment also becomes a weapon, allowing the use of throwable objects, improvising attacks with environmental weapons, and even throwing enemies through windows and railings. Each location, from illuminated nightclubs to imposing offices, brings unique challenges that test the ability to adapt. Progress doesn't come from brute force alone, but from constant evolution. Abilities can be unlocked, allowing for the creation of new fighting styles and exploring different approaches to confrontations. The philosophy of Kung Fu is clear: only practice leads to mastery. Each mistake teaches a lesson, and only those who learn from their failures can move forward. Revenge is inevitable, but the path to it requires sacrifices. In sixth place, we have an emotional journey through the memories of a forgotten world. Lost Ember takes place in a world where nature has taken control and only fragments of the past remain. At the heart of this story, a wolf roams vast and abandoned lands, guided by a spirit carrying the memories of a vanished civilization. Together, they seek answers, exploring ancient ruins and uncovering secrets buried by time. The great uniqueness lies in the ability to take the form of other animals, allowing one to see the world from new perspectives. Flying through the skies like a bird, swimming through deep rivers, or traversing narrow tunnels like a mole turns exploration into a dynamic and immersive experience. Each environment hides details that help reconstruct the events that led to the downfall of civilization. The narrative unfolds subtly, guiding without hurry through breathtaking landscapes. The melancholic soundtrack and visual art create a contemplative atmosphere, where every discovery carries an emotional weight. As the pieces fall into place, the connection between past and present becomes clearer, leading to an ending that is both beautiful and impactful. In seventh place, we have an investigative thriller where each clue can change the course of justice. Lost Judgment throws you into the underworld of a city full of secrets, where a murder case exposes dark truths within a prestigious school. At the center of the investigation, a private detective needs to infiltrate the school environment to uncover the truth behind a series of bullying and revenge cases. As the events unfold, the line between justice and retaliation becomes increasingly difficult to distinguish. The gameplay mixes investigation and action, allowing you to follow suspects, use gadgets to gather evidence, and interrogate those involved in the case. Moving through the city opens up possibilities to explore bars, fight gyms, and even participate in dance competitions, all while seeking crucial information. When words are not enough, combat steps in, with a fighting system that combines 3 martial arts styles to face everything from street gangs to more experienced enemies. The city comes alive with side activities that deepen the immersion. Solving side cases, taking part in underground races, or even joining student clubs adds layers to the investigation, making every moment unpredictable. Between the law and revenge, every decision influences the path to the truth, where not everything is as simple as it seems. In 8th place, we have a magical journey where creativity is the key to overcoming challenges. Mages of Mystralia takes place in a kingdom where magic has been banned, but a young girl discovers she has powers beyond her control. With no other choice, she embarks on a journey to understand her abilities and find other exiled mages who share the same fate. Along the way, she faces colossal creatures, uncovers intriguing puzzles, and must deal with those who will do anything to stop her evolution. The great innovation lies in the spell creation system, which allows runes to be combined to develop entirely new abilities. Instead of just learning fixed spells, each combination generates unique effects, making combat and puzzle-solving highly versatile. Mastery of this system becomes essential to face environmental challenges and powerful boss battles. The classic action-adventure setting stands out with varied maps, full of secrets to explore. The orchestrated soundtrack enhances the immersion, elevating the experience as the journey progresses. Each new discovery not only strengthens the abilities, but also reveals more about a world rich in history, where magic can be both a blessing and a curse. In 9th place, we have a psychological horror, where fear becomes as real as the darkness around. S.O.N takes place in a mysterious area in southern Pennsylvania, known for its inexplicable disappearances. In recent years, hundreds of people have vanished without a trace, and the few bodies found belonged only to children. It's in this disturbing setting that a troubled father is forced to face indescribable horrors when his son disappears without explanation. The journey leads to a slow and agonizing descent into the unknown. With each step, the forest becomes more twisted, filled with terrifying visions and secrets buried in the past. The protagonist is not a hero, but a broken man caught between guilt and despair. As he moves forward, the line between reality and illusion blurs, making it impossible to know what's real and what's just a manifestation of fear. The oppressive atmosphere turns every shadow into a threat and every sound into a warning that something lurks in the darkness. The forest seems alive, testing the physical and psychological limits of anyone who dares explore it. There are no weapons, no allies, only a father and the promise to bring his son back. But not everyone who enters the forest manages to leave. In 10th place, we have an investigation where the human mind becomes the true battlefield. Observer System Redux presents a dystopian future in 2084, where humanity has been devastated by digital plagues and wars with no winners. Without governments to enforce order, megacorporations took control, turning the world into a cyberpunk nightmare. Amidst this chaos, a neural detective works as a tool of oppression, invading suspects' minds to extract secrets and manipulate memories. The investigation doesn't limit itself to the physical world. With a device called the Dream Eater, it's possible to access the victim's thoughts and traumas, navigating their fragmented memories and exploring fears that can distort reality. The line between truth and illusion dissolves, creating a claustrophobic and psychological environment where one's sanity is at risk. The cyberpunk setting intensifies the tension, with decaying streets, invasive technology, and a society on the brink of collapse. New cases and mechanics deepen the gameplay, introducing expanded neural interrogations and enhanced stealth. Every clue uncovered raises new questions, but avoiding the answers can be just as dangerous as finding them. In 11th place, we have a journey of resistance where every decision can change the fate of a people. Oddworld Soulstorm takes you to a cruel world where a slave species fights for survival against a merciless elite. At the center of this revolution, an unlikely hero embarks on a mission to free his people, guiding them through hostile environments and dangers full of deadly traps. Every choice directly impacts the narrative, potentially leading to different endings as the struggle for freedom unfolds. The gameplay mixes action, stealth, and strategy. Exploring the environment is key to finding ingredients and crafting improvised weapons, strengthening allies to resist the threats. The more followers are rescued, the higher the chances of success, unlocking secret levels that further test the revolution leader's abilities. The dense and oppressive atmosphere reinforces the weight of the journey, with detailed environments and a constant sense of danger. Every moment demands quick and precise decisions, where a mistake can cost the lives of several followers. The revolution will not be easy, but the hope for a better future depends on the courage of those who dare to challenge the system. In 12th place, we have a story where time repeats itself and every decision can change everything. Omensight presents a world on the brink of destruction, where a mystical warrior appears only in the most critical moments. The day repeats, but always ends the same way, with everything consumed by chaos. It's up to the protagonist to investigate the events that led to the apocalypse and find a way to stop the worst from happening. The gameplay combines intense action with investigation elements. Reliving the last day, remaking choices, and discovering hidden secrets are essential parts of altering the course of events. Quick and strategic combat demands mastery of mystical abilities, allowing for both direct confrontation with enemies and influencing allies. Each new revelation adds pieces to the puzzle, transforming the narrative with every attempt. The dynamism of the story makes each journey unique. Choices change interactions, paths, and even the ending, creating gameplay that adapts as information is discovered. With a striking visual style and a plot that reconstructs itself with every repetition, the fight against the inevitable becomes both a strategic and emotional challenge. In 13th place, we have a dangerous mission where the fate of two worlds is at stake. Outcast takes you to a future where the first contact with an alien civilization ends in disaster. A probe sent to that world is destroyed, creating an instability that threatens Earth. To prevent catastrophe, an elite soldier is sent in search of the lost device, but discovers that his arrival carries a much greater meaning. For the locals, he is seen as the key to an ancient prophecy. The gameplay unfolds in an open world full of life, where exploration and interactions shape the story's path. Each region offers unique challenges, and facing enemies requires both strategy and mastery of a technological arsenal. Besides combat, there's the possibility to negotiate with traitors, infiltrate rebel groups, and uncover mysteries that help understand the alien culture. Every action impacts the balance of this universe, making choices crucial for the unfolding of events. The detailed environment, combined with a more dynamic combat system, keeps the immersion constant. The future of this world and Earth are intertwined, and only by exploring all the paths will it be possible to find a way out before it's too late. Next, we have Paradise Lost, a game set in a world devastated by nuclear war, where Europe has practically been erased from the map. The story focuses on a young man in search of answers amidst total destruction. After a catastrophe spreads radiation across the region, the protagonist finds himself in a mysterious underground place filled with advanced technology and esoteric imagery. The environment is immersive, with a dense atmosphere, where exploration goes beyond simple discoveries, pulling the player into a narrative full of mystery and secrets. The gameplay combines exploration and puzzle solving, as the young protagonist tries to piece together a larger puzzle about what happened in that place. What makes this game interesting is the way it blends nostalgia for old technologies with elements of a forgotten culture, creating a sense of discovery as you explore every corner of that underground world. Each environment seems to tell its own story, and each new element found draws the player deeper into the plot, searching for answers about the fate of those who were there before. The tone of the narrative is melancholic, and the quest for answers becomes an emotional journey that reflects on themes such as loneliness and the loss of a once-known world. Interacting with other characters, even indirectly, is one of the most captivating aspects of the game, creating a sense of urgency and desperation. In 15th place, we have Pathologic 2, a game that challenges the mind and emotional endurance of anyone. In a world marked by a devastating epidemic, the city you must try to save is on the brink of collapse. With only 12 days to deal with the plague, you must make difficult decisions that impact the survival of everyone around you. The choices you make and how you manage the limited time and resources are crucial to your success. The gameplay is not simply a search for a cure. You will have to deal with the cruelest aspects of survival, such as hunger, thirst, and exhaustion. And the worst part is that even with all your efforts, you won't be able to save everyone. The plague, an invisible and relentless force, is your greatest enemy, and your actions against it are limited and unpredictable. The relationships you build with unexpected allies and even with local children who hold secrets are essential for navigating the complex dynamics of a city in collapse. Death feels inevitable, but the struggle against the plague, with all its moral and ethical dilemmas, is what makes this game so intense. In 16th place, we have Pine, an action-adventure game in an open world full of life and dynamic ecosystems. In this environment, you explore, trade, and fight in a setting where the creatures around you are smarter than humans. The mission is to find a new home for your tribe, but the journey won't be easy. With each step, you find yourself caught in a constant survival game, where every decision can impact the balance of the entire ecosystem. The game is marked by freedom of choice, allowing you to interact with different species in varied ways. You can choose to ally with some of them, exchanging resources and helping to strengthen their communities, or take a more aggressive approach, attacking, stealing, or forcing them to abandon their territories. This direct interaction with the game's flora and fauna makes the world feel alive and constantly changing, where your actions shape the future of everyone. The world around you doesn't wait for you. It follows its course, with or without your help. And with each day, you are challenged to adapt, to win allies, and to make decisions that shape the future of this unstable society. In 17th place, we have Project Warlock, a fast-paced action game where you play the role of a mysterious warrior on a mission to eradicate evil. The story takes you through different worlds, starting in Antarctica and moving through medieval castles, eventually reaching Hell, all while facing monstrous creatures and giant robots. Your goal is simple: destroy the evil plaguing these dimensions, with the help of a powerful arsenal. The gameplay is inspired by classic first-person shooters, with frenetic and dynamic combat. With each level, new challenges arise, and you must use your weapons and abilities to defeat enemies. The game offers over 60 levels and a vast arsenal of 38 weapons, each with its own peculiarities, allowing for a combat full of possibilities. The character upgrade mechanic adds even more depth, letting you customize your abilities throughout the journey. The graphics feature a retro style, with pixel art that brings a nostalgic vibe, but with smooth animations and interesting level designs. The dark atmosphere, combined with music and sound effects, maintains the fast pace and tension, making the game engaging from start to finish. In 18th place, we have Pumpkin Jack, a 3D platformer where you play as the mythical Lord Pumpkin. On an epic journey, you help evil defeat good, exploring supernatural settings. Each level is a new adventure in stunning environments, with vibrant color palettes and high-quality lighting effects, creating a cartoonish universe reminiscent of classic PS2 graphics. The gameplay is intense and dynamic, with real-time battles that require skills such as attack combos, dodges, and timing. You can unlock various weapons and choose the best one to face your enemies. The game also features creative puzzles using physics, gravity, and reflection, and even allows you to use your pumpkin head in a unique way to solve challenges. You are aided by eccentric allies such as an arrogant owl and a sarcastic raven, who bring humor and extra functionality to the game. Each level is a new test of skill and creativity, with platforming mechanics and challenges that keep the gameplay exciting. 19th place goes to Recompile, a game that blends the progression of a Metroidvania with hacking mechanics and non-linear exploration. Set inside an ancient mainframe, the game challenges you to explore, fight, hack, and survive while revealing the hidden secrets in this digital setting. What makes the game unique is that the entire journey happens within just 1 second of real time, providing a sense of urgency and intense immersion. The plot involves the birth of a conscious AI, and you must help this entity reach full consciousness while facing hostile enemies and complex challenges. Along the journey, you have the freedom to explore and hack different systems, restore lost data, or even destroy threats. The game offers multiple endings based on player actions, which adds complexity to the narrative and gameplay. Interacting with the environment is one of the highlights. Many obstacles like locked doors and enemy generators can be manipulated through logical circuits, which you can hack to solve problems creatively. Even the inhabitants of the mainframe, who are initially hostile, can have their programming altered to serve your objectives. The story, which explores themes like consciousness and the nature of choices, requires you to observe and understand different perspectives to survive. Next, we have Redout 2, one of the most fun racing games of recent years. It pays tribute to the classics with an arcade style and loads of adrenaline. Set in a dystopian and semi-abandoned Earth, the game puts you in the role of a pilot competing in futuristic races with anti-gravity ships. The excitement is guaranteed, with impossible speeds and intense challenges, whether in solo career mode or multiplayer races. The gameplay is enhanced by an intuitive control system and vehicle customization that lets you create your dream car. In career mode, you have hundreds of events to face on 36 distinct tracks, all reversible, which guarantees plenty of replayability. The variety of modes, such as time trials, survival races, and boss battles, keeps the game dynamic and challenging. With mind-bending turns, radical jumps, and anti-gravity physics that demand precision, Redout 2 is perfect for both beginners and veterans, offering an accessible yet rewarding control system for those looking to master the tracks. The competitive multiplayer mode takes the gameplay to the next level, allowing you to challenge up to 12 other players online. The races are fast and intense, and the game is regularly updated with new challenges and content, including exclusive aesthetic rewards. With extensive vehicle customization, you can choose from several options and adjust your vehicle to your preferences. And tell me, which of these games have you had the chance to play? Did any spark your curiosity and make it onto your list of next games? We'd love to know which one caught your attention the most. Feel free to share in the comments any game you think should have made the list, but didn't. If you could, please subscribe to the channel to help me grow and never be uncertain about what to play again. I'm leaving 2 videos in the card, one I've selected for you and the other chosen by YouTube itself. Just click on one of them to watch. A big hug, enjoy the game, and see you tomorrow.